Honestly, I look like a hot mess. I'm aware. But my life is a hot mess. So you know what? Please just don't judge me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. What's going on, beautiful people? I am your Magistrate and welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you stay a while. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you. And if you're not new, hi, hello, welcome back. So life update. Yay! I've never done one of these, but I think with what's going on, maybe someone else is in the same situation, and you know, you can we can let's get through this together. Let's get through this together. So basically, if you don't know, I currently live in Thailand. I've been here for about a year, just over a year. Yeah, I've been teaching, which is an amazing experience. If you've ever thought about teaching abroad, highly recommend it, but that's not what this video is about. Anyways, I am stuck in Thailand. Honestly, I don't even really know what's going on, but let me explain my situation, what's going on, how I got where I am, what I'm gonna do. I don't even know, but let me explain what's going on. So like I said, I've been teaching in Thailand. I've been here for a year. I did 2 semesters, so I've had two different contracts, and I'm currently on a research visa. So with my research visa, typically when you work in Thailand, you have a work permit. I don't have one, I have a research visa, so it's a little bit different. So basically what happens is I got my research visa, and when I renew my contract, they extend my visa for another 6 months. The semester this year ended on March 6th, and my contract ended on March 11th. Originally, I was going to teach for another semester, so I had told my agency, hey, yeah, send me a new contract. I'm going to teach again next semester. So they were like, okay, cool, whatever. And at that time, I would have had from March 11th to the middle of May, about May 15th, I would have had that time off. So that would have been 2 months. I was gonna go back home to Toronto and visit my friends and family because I hadn't been home in over a year. When I was looking for flights to go back home, round trip was about maybe 700, 800 Canadian dollars. However, the layover, the flight was basically from Bangkok to China to Toronto, most of the flights anyways. And that's when this whole coronavirus COVID-19 was predominantly in China. So the layover period was anywhere from 13 hours to 20 plus hours. And when I was looking for the flights, I didn't want to spend 13 to 20 plus hours in an airport in China to, you know, risk getting this virus. Not that I'm personally concerned about getting it myself, but with how it's spreading is exactly that. I didn't want to get this virus and then transmit it to my family and my friends, because obviously I would be seeing them. That's who I would be going to. And there's other flights, like there were other flights that had layovers in South Korea and layovers in the Philippines. However, those flights were about $500 more. So like $1,200 to $1,300, which is way overpriced. So I decided, all right, I guess I can't go home, because like, yes, like if you really want something, you'll put out and like pay for it, but like that's an expense that's like, I don't want to call it unnecessary, but like it's something I can't really afford, especially when there are flights that are a lot cheaper. So I decided, okay, I guess I'm gonna stay in Thailand and then I'll do a little bit of traveling. I was gonna go to India for a week, which is, it's a really good thing I did not book India, because they were like the first Asian country to like close their borders. They're like, nah, y'all not getting in our country, stay your asses out, we don't want your shit. No. So good thing I didn't book that, but I was just gonna kind of go with the flow and see where my feet take me and go around, because like traveling, when you're already in Asia, traveling around is really easy. So I had kind of come to the conclusion that I was gonna have to stay in Asia, because I didn't want to risk going to China for hours upon hours, risk transmitting it back to my family. However, as time got closer to the end of my contract, I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna go home for 6 months, 5 or 6 months, go home from May to October. I had actually wanted to work, because when you convert Thai money to Canadian money, it's not that much. I still have a lot of bills that I have to pay back home. So I was like, you know what? I might as well go back home, work for 6 months, and collect some Canadian coins and, you know, kind of make a bigger dent in my bills. So I messaged my agency and I was like, hey, I'm actually not going to be renewing my contract, but I'll probably come back for the next semester, but I won't be here for this semester. They're like, cool, no problem. So with the research visa, you have to actually cancel it if you ever want to go on a research visa again. With other visas, you can just kind of like let them expire. You can just leave and they'll automatically cancel out. So they sent me the letter to cancel my visa. I finished my contract, like I said, March 11th, and I was going to be heading to Koh Samui on March 18th. In my province, Khon Kaen, immigration is at the bus station, so it works out perfectly for me. So I went to immigration on March 18th. Because I also had to do what's called a 90-day check-in. So basically, I don't know if it's everywhere, but when you live in Thailand, you have to do what's called a 90-day check-in, and basically just, you know, check in that you're still in the country, let them know where you're living. They give you another date to come back in 90 days, and that's about it. So did my 90-day check-in, and then I gave them my letter to cancel my visa. Also, because the research visa is new, every time I go to immigration, they're like, what is this? I gave them the letter, and they were kind of like, can you come back in the beginning of April? And I was like, sure, okay, no problem, because I was planning to go back. I would have to go back to Khon Kaen anyway, so I was like, sure, yeah, no problem, because I have my suitcase with me. So she's like, where are you headed right now? And I was like, Koh Samui. And then she was like, okay, can you come back within 2 weeks of when it expires, and then we'll be able to cancel it? And I was like, yeah, sure, like if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do anyways, right? So they weren't able to cancel my visa at that time. So from after immigration, like I said, is at the bus station. I took a bus to Bangkok, took a flight from Bangkok to Surat Thani. From Surat Thani, took a ferry to Koh Samui. I'm currently in Koh Samui. So the reason I came to Koh Samui was to do a 7-day silent meditation retreat. Amazing experience, by the way. I also highly suggest everyone to try to meditate during these crazy ass times, because I know a lot of people are really stressed, and just try to clear your head, clear your thoughts. I got to Koh Samui on March 19th, the Thursday. I spent the night in a hotel, and then on the Friday, the 20th, I headed to my meditation retreat. It's like way up in a mountain, lovely, so quiet, so peaceful. Because it's silent, you don't talk to anybody. So because of that, they also want you to not have electronic devices. So they take all your valuables and, you know, your electronics and whatnot, and they keep them in a safe place, because you're sharing a dormitory. So gave them my phone. I was like, take it, here you go, take it. One, I'm not a person that's on my phone. Sometimes I don't even know where my phone is. And two, because literally every single message, every single conversation is COVID-19, coronavirus, COVID-19, coronavirus, quarantine, self-isolation, social distancing. It's just an overload of information, but it's a lot, and it's too much. So I was like, I'm so happy to just be in a mountain for a week and not have to think about the outside world. And, you know, those moments where they say ignorance is bliss, this was one of those moments. Yeah, my meditation retreat lasted 7 days. So Friday the 27th is when we came back out into the real world, and it was quite noisy out there. I was like, wow, so much noise is produced. I decided I was going to stay in Koh Samui for just another day, and then I was going to head to like one of the islands, either like Koh Phangan or Koh Tao, or both. I hadn't decided what I was going to do exactly, because I was like, I'm in the south already, I might as well do some island hopping, go around, whatever. However, when we came out on the 27th, we heard many different stories, like the borders are closed, the ferries are closed, buses are canceled, like there's no means of transportation. But the tricky thing with living in Thailand is you never actually know what's going on. Like, there's always like miscommunication, misinformation, nobody ever really knows. So to my understanding, currently what's going on is no foreigner is allowed into the country. Foreigners that are already in the country, in order to travel by flight throughout the different provinces, they have to obviously have a valid passport. I believe they need to have a health certificate that says they have no symptoms, and they need to have travel insurance that states, I think, up to $100,000 US or something like that. Here's the thing. I had, past tense, had travel insurance. It expired on Saturday, March 28th. Because originally I had only booked travel insurance for a year. I had only booked it for a year because my original plan was to be in Thailand for a year. So technically right now, if I'm understanding all the information correctly, I'm not allowed to fly within Thailand. They've canceled all the buses. Basically, Thailand was, they have a really low number of cases right now. I believe we're somewhere in just the 1000s, but they really want to control that number. So before, it was just a really minor thing. You know, no one was really stressing, no one was really panicking. They went from like literally 0 to 100 like that. I was like, whoa, shit, goddamn. So right now, being on an island of Koh Samui, there is an airport. However, there's no flights from Koh Samui to Khon Kaen, which is my province, which is where all my stuff is, because I only brought a carry-on. But like I said, I can't fly anyways. Yeah, and then I also heard that the ferries were closed. So I was like, so basically I'm stuck in Koh Samui. Like, I can't go anywhere. But it's a lie. The ferries are actually still running. They're still working. I don't know how long it's going to last. You know, I don't really know what's like, nobody knows what's going on right now. But I would much rather, as bad as it is, I would much rather stay on an island and wait it out for a month or two and then return home when everything kind of quiets down and settles down. But the thing is, with my visa will expire on April 15th. So originally I was gonna go to Koh Phangan on Sunday, yesterday, but I decided I might as well stay in Koh Samui another night and go to immigration this morning, being Monday. So I went to immigration this morning. I showed them my visa, my paperwork. I think I mentioned before that a research visa is new, so people don't really understand it. So they made me photocopy stuff, and they were like, okay, yo, the amount of people, let me just say, the amount of people that were in immigration to begin with, insane. There was hundreds of tourists at immigration. I was like, oh my God. And I got there at like 9:15 and it opens at like 8:30. I was like, good God, this is a lot. But because I'm not doing tourist visa stuff, I actually got to like skip ahead of everybody. But being that my visa's from Khon Kaen, I was not able to cancel it in Koh Samui. And I was like, oh gosh. But so right now I cannot get to Khon Kaen to cancel my visa. Soon, which isn't a huge problem, except for if I want to come and teach again, which I love my school, so I want to go back to my school. If I just let it cancel, I won't be able to get the visa again. I won't be able to teach at my school again. So there's that. And another thing, my visa would expire. So technically, when you overstay your visa in Thailand, you're charged 500 baht a day for every day that you are in the country without your visa. And that's about $20-30. But there's rumors right now that if you overstay your visa, they don't charge you because they understand the situation of what's going on. But I also asked the lady at immigration, I was like, okay, what can I do afterwards? And she was like, you can contact your embassy and they can send you a letter for extension. And I was like, okay, I want to try that. So I came home. One, I tried to call Khon Kaen immigration to find out, like, yo, like, I'm stuck, can you guys cancel my visa? Like, I came there already, blah 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 blah, blase blase. Phone number's not working. So I called the Canadian embassy in Bangkok, went through for English, press 1. Please listen to the options carefully. For visas and immigration, press 3. Press 3. We are not currently taking calls right now. Please go on our online website or send us an email. During this whole big ass situation, y'all are gonna tell me you're not taking phone calls. You basically like, y'all gotta figure your shit out online. We ain't dealing with it. Don't call us. We don't know you. So I sent them an email and I explained my situation. I sent them pictures of my passport. I sent them pictures of my visa. And I'm really hoping that they reply within a suitable time frame. Yeah, and we'll see kind of what happens from there. But yeah, that's my current life situation. My visa is going to expire. I don't know if I'm allowed to stay in Thailand. Like, if worst comes to absolute worst, I think I can get a train. Like, I can take a ferry from Koh Samui to Surat Thani and take a train from Surat Thani to Khon Kaen, which is like 13 to 14 hours, I think, maybe even more. I guess cancel my visa there, but also get all of my stuff. Like, if I can't stay in Thailand, get all of my stuff and go to Indonesia. So a tourist visa, like, as a Canadian, I can get a tourist visa in Indonesia for 30 days, and I'm sure I can extend it possibly beyond that. Indonesia is still letting foreigners in the country. As of right now, they're still letting foreigners in the country. As long as they have a valid medical exam that says that they have no symptoms of coronavirus. So that would mean I have to go to a hospital here, which, like I said, I have no more travel insurance. So I have to go to a hospital here, get an examination, and basically have them write a letter saying that I'm showing no symptoms. But Yeah, I don't know, that's what's going on right now in my life. How are you guys doing? Yeah, it's weird because like I'm actually not stressing about it. Like I like whatever happens happens. Like stressing is not going to open the borders. Me stressing is not going to cancel my visa. Me stressing is not going to give me an extension. Like it's not going to do anything. So I'm not like, I don't see the point in stressing. And it's weird because I was explaining it, like one of my friends that I met out here, she's from South Africa, so she had messaged me like, hey, like what's going on, and then telling me like what's happening in SA, and they're on complete shutdown. So I was telling her my situation, and she was like, how are you so calm? She's like, I would literally be freaking out. And I'm like, yo, honestly, like there's nothing I can do about the situation, and I'm not gonna panic, I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Whatever happens, unfortunately happens. I'm hoping for the best, but like worst comes to worst, I have to pay money for overstaying my visa, or I'm forced to go to Indonesia, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So but I mean, I do need some money, so if anybody's got like a rich uncle with like a foot fetish, let me know. I mean, all the pedicure places are closed though, so like my feet aren't super cute, but like, you know, they're alright. Like, you know, I send some foot pictures, maybe send me a couple stacks, you know. Or if somebody just has a rich person that wants to send me some money, like I'll send you my PayPal. But yeah, anyways, that is my current life situation. It seems kind of crazy. Like, I don't know, everything just went like, I have not told my mom this at all because like, I feel like she's already kind of stressing. Like, you know, she already misses me a lot. She's always been worried about me over here. So if I tell her this information, she'll just like lose her mind and stress and panic. And that's something I don't want her to do. I want her to just be really calm. Right now she's working from home. I don't want her to be stressed. And it's like, I'm fine. Like, I'm completely fine, so I don't need her to stress. And even if I tell her I'm fine in the situation, she'll stress because she's like, what are you gonna do, da, 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 da. I told you to come home, blah blah blah. But like I said, I'm safer here than I am back home. So yeah, but yeah, that's my life. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. If anybody is in Thailand watching this and knows what's actually going on, please let me know, because I've messaged my agency, I've messaged basically the coordinator of the original program that I joined out here, and nobody seems to actually know what's going on. Okay, nobody, not even actual Thai people know what's going on. So it's just a whole bunch of hoopla, and I'm here chilling, crusty and musty, sunburned, edges mash up, eyebrows need to do. I'm pretty sure I have a chin hair. Madness. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching and listening to me rant and ramble about what's going on in my life. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. I will keep you updated with what's going on. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.